From KC24, your local election headquarters, with your host, Evan Onstadt. This is Sunday Morning Matters.
Hey there, good morning to you. Thanks so much for starting off your Sunday with us. We appreciate it. A big week of political news, some local stuff, some national stuff, and we're going to get to all of it for the most part. But we're starting with the city audit that went public this week involving two of Fresno's most powerful residents, developer Terrence Frazier and Congressman T.J. Cox. Frazier runs the Central Valley Community Sports Foundation. Cox has served as its treasurer and secretary. The group had asked the city of Fresno for more money to help operate Granite Park. But as KC24's Connie Tran tells us, the city audit said the nonprofit's bookkeeping leaves much to be desired.
In the heart of Fresno, you'll find Granite Park, a space run by Terrence Frazier and his nonprofit, Central Valley Community Sports Foundation.
It's been a great asset to the city and to the public for very minimal public investment.
For the last 3 years, the city has given Frazier $150,000 to help cover the $1 million annual cost of operations. Frazier asked for an additional $150,000 last year, and that prompted the city to do an audit. The findings were released Thursday. The auditor says CVCSF has demonstrated a lack of standard operating policies and procedures, financial mismanagement, and internal controls. According to IRS tax forms of the nonprofit, Congressman T.J. Cox is the treasurer of CVCSF. But Arias says he's not alarmed by the findings.
There's no evidence of mismanagement of money. What's clear is that nonprofit organizations use a different accounting system and accounting mechanism than we do in city government.
Terrence Frazier released a statement saying, quote, CVCSF is proud of our work to revitalize Granite Park into a state-of-the-art sports facility for a community that has long been forgotten. After years of neglect, we took over the park and turned it into a first-class public recreational facility that's used by thousands of residents each month and at a fraction of the cost to taxpayers to operate and maintain. We invite everyone to come see what's been accomplished with our ball fields and soccer fields, unquote.
And Connie Tran joining us now outside of Granite Park. Connie, I know you reached out to a lot of people at City Hall. There were a lot of people who really did not want to talk about this.
That's right, Evan. Probably a majority of City Council told me no comment when it came to this audit. I reached out to every single sitting City Council member, and Miguel Arias, as you saw, was one who was okay with going on camera, but many others decided not to speak. And as we know, Esmeralda Soria, who is in a relationship with Terrence Frazier, of course, cannot speak on the topic because she is not involved with anything when it comes to Granite Park and the city, so she just recuses herself. So of course she wasn't going to get back to me. But as far as the others, a majority of them said no comment.
You did speak to the mayor, or you got a statement from the mayor, I believe.
I did. The mayor's office has released a statement, and it basically didn't say a whole lot in regards to his reaction to the audit. He basically just confirmed that an audit was done, and that's because the city is allowed to request for an audit whenever there is a contractual agreement between the city and a nonprofit organization. The city is allowed to request for an audit, and an audit was in fact done by an internal auditor. So that's basically all that the mayor could confirm with me. But in regards to a reaction as to what the mayor thinks about the findings of the audit, that is yet to be determined.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk swirling around Granite Park for a long time, and we'll see exactly what happens. This obviously is a story maybe in its infancy, and so we'll just continue to follow it as it develops. Connie Tran joining us today. Thank you very much, Connie. Appreciate it. And clearly, Congressman Cox's former political opponents are watching this closely. They're ready to throw down with some pretty bold accusations, serious stuff. Former David Valadeo campaign manager Alex Tavlian got into it on Twitter with Councilmember Arias, who was just in Connie Tran's story. At one point, Tavlian tweeted, "When you find TJ, tell him he needs to find a new position. Cooking books isn't his forte." To which Arias responded, "Are you still mad at him over the blue wave?" Now, I've reached out to T.J. Cox's spokesman. I did that Thursday afternoon. And as of taping, and again, we taped the show on Thursday night, so it hasn't been a lot of time. I've yet to hear back. That may change by the time you are watching this. Either way, this is a story we will definitely be following. And coming up after